The real bright spots of this NBA season, and of course we're talking about Zion Williamson, will be sidelined for the foreseeable future with his injury.
Oh no, Hank.
Yeah, you echo the sentiments of just about every basketball fan everywhere, Hornet. This is a guy unlike anything we've seen before in the association, and it would be a disaster if he didn't come back 100% from this.
Yeah, so scale of 1 to 10, how big a disaster are we talking here?
100.
Whoa, Hot Tank Hank is back in the saddle.
Absolutely. I can't stress enough how important Zion is to the future of this league. He's one of the most marketable guys we've seen in quite some time, and so much of that is based on his ferocious athleticism. Like I said, you just hope he comes back 100%.
Oh yeah, prayers up.
Absolutely. Coming up next, power rankings. But first, quick break for some music. This is Zach and the Hornet on 98.9 The Flex, the official home of your Orlando Magic.
We're the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And an inspired rendition of our national anthem. Really getting warmed up here, just moments away. We'll be back right after this.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
All right, everybody, welcome. Tonight we have the Orlando Magic facing off against the Washington Wizards here at Capital One Center. And guys, for the Wizards, playing under 500 basketball over the last 10 games, they can do better, and they'll try to get on the winning side tonight. Scott Brooks, coach of the Wizards, known for letting his players have some freedom on the floor. Kenny, that's the opposite of some coaches who tend to be control freaks.
Well, it's a double-edged sword. You know what? Check this out. You give guys freedom. They say, hey, that's great. Then you give them freedom when you're losing. They say, hey, that doesn't look great. You need to control the situation. But it doesn't always breed consistency, and that's the problem.
You know, there's a balance between improvisation and executionization.
Okay.
Best teams have both.
The executionization.
The heck did you just say?
Improvisation, executionization.
Okay, then I agree. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Thanks for joining our Tuesday night broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Washington Wizards going up against the Orlando Magic. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, for Bradley Beal, it all started with his shot. His mom was a great athlete in her own right, and she coached him. By age 7, he was making high school range threes. He said, I just run from arc to arc. I loved it because you knew you had to guard me all the way out there. Everywhere I went, it was shooter, shooter. My name became shooter. Kevin, it still is.
It sure is. Thanks, David. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Now the starting group for Orlando. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Markelle Fultz out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Isaac in at the 3. And for Washington, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Wall runs the point with Beal at the 2. And it's Brown in at the small forward position.
And the man still looking for its first title.
And Greg, they've been to the NBA Finals twice, but boy, did they run up against two of the all-time great individual closers in history. 1995, Hakeem Olajuwon says no to the Magic. 2009, the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant, says, no, sir, I'm getting another championship.
Now, here's Isaac. Pass to Fournier. 6 to shoot. Drops in the tray.
Evan Fournier has proven over and over, you better get a hand up and contest from 3, or he will make you pay.
Wall taking his time here. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Fournier following the basket by John Wall. Goes up on the high post. Good as the jump shot falls. Fournier's got 5 points so far.
What a polished offensive game. Fournier cashing in from the mid-range.
Beal against Fournier. Beal can't get it to go.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And that one is good.
Whenever Fultz is in a catch-and-shoot situation, you know he can't wait for that ball to find his hands.
Left side, Wall. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Yours teams sometimes struggle right out of the blocks. When do they generally hit, in your opinion, the panic button?
Well, let's hope the panic button doesn't get hit for anybody, Kevin. But the one thing that would concern any team, obviously, is injury to a star, either an established star or a rookie they're trying to get good minutes for. But, boy, if you're hitting the panic button this early, look out.
But the one thing is, Doris, you can really kind of rectify the situation because of the length of the regular season.
No doubt, Kevin. An NBA year affords plenty of opportunities to find your footing.
Here's Fournier following the basket by John Wall. Magic moving the ball around. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Are you kidding? 5 for 5, and they just got started.
And it's Wall with the ball for the Wizards. Trailing by 5. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
And missing your free throws usually changes the complexion of a game. Certainly did in that one.
You know this, Greg. Nothing gets a crowd into the game more than a bunch of missed free throws. That's one of the worst things you can do on the road.
Flushes it down to finish the break.
What an outstanding pass, and Bradley Beal has come such a long way as a playmaker.
Outside Fournier. Back to Fultz. Beal against Fournier. In the corner, it's Gordon. Vucevic finds Isaac. From deep three-point range, Fultz, no good.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
I think we have to check his sanity because there's a number of better options on the floor.
Now, here's Wall. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Clippers.
And let's not forget about the assists. This guy as a playmaker was a driving force for that offense.
Well, last season we got a glimpse of what a Bradley Beal team looks like as he led the way for the Wizards after Wall went down.
And really, Beal took it upon himself to kind of keep this team moving forward. And it was his best season to date. Career highs in scoring, and also was creating more for his teammates in Wall's absence.
Now, here's Wall. Markelle Fultz unable to get his last shot to go. Hachimura, no good.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they just given away.
Fournier, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on John Wall.
You know, there's an unpredictability about what Evan Fournier does that keeps defenders guessing. This guy is outstanding at using that to his advantage.
And that one falls for Fournier.
Well, you think about the solid first year Steve Clifford had coaching the Orlando Magic. This team had a solid season with a great leap on the defensive end of the floor. Clifford once again showing he is a great defensive mind in the NBA coaching ranks.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Mo Wagner's checked in for Bryant. Bertans comes in for Hachimura. Smith checked in for Brown. And it's Napier in for John Wall. Now here's Napier. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. From the arc. And Vucevic pulls it down. Magic leading by 5. It's Fournier on the wing. To the inside. Nice shot there by Bamba.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Now Beal. Out left of the wing. Here's Napier. No good from outside. And that does it for the first quarter. Magic lead by 7. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. One of the premier point guards in the NBA, John Wall, knows his reputation will be defined in the postseason.
My season wouldn't mean nothing to me if I don't make the playoffs. I feel like it's a waste. I love my individual accolades, but I'm more about the team. And if my team can't get in there, that means I didn't do a great job of leading these guys this year.
Well, that's the mindset you have to have.
You know, individual accolades are great, but team success is what it comes down to.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And guys, for the Magic, what jumps out to you so far, numbers-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
We've got Wagner. Smith is out there with Shabazz Napier. Then there's Bradley Beal, and it's Bertans in at the power forward. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Now, here's Vucevic. 9 points last game. The pass to Doc. Bamba with it. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Well, don't let that lean frame fool you. Mo Bamba able to muscle through contact. Nice.
Pass to Wagner. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Vucevic. A lot of competitors in this league, Doris, and you've got to be that way to play at this level. And I know you have a list of competitors that you admire a lot.
It's those guys, Kevin, who have that insatiable desire to win. The guys who absolutely despise losing, who it almost hurts. It's painful physically. Giannis Antetokounmpo is driven to be great. He wants an NBA championship. LeBron James has got multiple titles and continues to pursue greatness. What I love about great NBA players, it's never enough, Kevin. You know, one of the biggest issues for the Wizards, obviously, has been their defense. I think part of that comes from not having the kind of rim protectors you need. They haven't been able to stay healthy there. But I think a bigger portion, guys, is simply a lack of effort.
The shot's good from Smith.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Bounce pass from Augustine. We're closing in on. Down low. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And the lack of effort on defense, Doris, it's been a big problem in Washington.
Well, it's resulted, Kevin, in the team being second to last in points allowed last season. I don't think there's enough urgency and pressure from any position. And it also shows up in their rebounding numbers, Kev. There's a lot of things to be addressed here.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there was some great firsts last season. His son Philip was born in December. And then Dad made his first Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game." He will. Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. Their last encounter was in Orlando.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Hachimura, he's checked in for Washington. John Wall comes in for Ish Smith. The Magic also changing it up. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Ross. Ennis comes in for Doc. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Augustine. Now here's Carter-Williams. The feed to Gordon. Bertans grabs the board.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Here's Hachimura. Can't tie it up as that one misses. The Magic have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect. Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the 3-ball in his last year of college, hitting over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
Now here's Wall. 6 points for him, and it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession. Troy Brown's checked in for the Wizards. And a switcher also for Orlando. Fultz, he's checked in for Murray. Wall against Carter-Williams. And Wall kicks to Brown. 5 to shoot. From past the arc. The shot off that time. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, obviously a rough start to the career of #1 pick Markelle Fultz. The shoulder injury sort of takes away his shooting ability when the Sixers trade him away. You're rooting for this young man to get back to his game.
Free throw good from Fultz. And some have said, Doris, for Fultz, not just physical issues dogging him early on.
Well, I think you have to consider, Kevin, when you are the #1 overall pick, extraordinary pressure comes with that. So now with a new team, perhaps that fresh start gives Markelle Fultz an opportunity to showcase his big-time talent.
Good on both.
Well, you think into Markelle Fultz's early part of his career, he was under such scrutiny as the #1 overall pick. This guy's starting to prove how valuable he can be.
Now here's Wall. He has 6. Here's Hachimura. Orlando grabs the miss. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Well, they came into that game looking to be physical, looking to control the boards, and they succeeded.
That control of the boards, I felt, fed their offense. There were a ton of second chances, a lot of confidence their bigs could dominate the glass.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Wall against Carter-Williams. Wall, no luck.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Now here's Carter Williams. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the basket by Gordon.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Outside, Wall. From deep. And the last shot before. Holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Aaron Gordon. Aaron, you guys came out and played it. What was the mindset in the first half?
We just tried to come out here, really stick to our principles, pick up the pace, and really be aggressive, and it turned out in a high-scoring half.
Just the way you want to play. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Nice game. Great performance by Evan Fournier.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, he knows they're coming for him, but he's accustomed to that kind of attention, and he's quite comfortable dealing with it.
On the court for Orlando, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Colts is out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Isaac in at the small forward. Doris, you played, you've coached, you've broadcast, you've done it all in this business. How did you like to be coached when you were a player at the very top of your game?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things were coaches who challenged me, those who would not allow me to accept the level I was currently at, those who wanted to push me and extend and expand my game. Listen, every player wants to be respected. Every player wants to feel valued. But the great ones to me, the LeBron James, the Kevin Durant's, they want to be coached hard. They want you to push them to the greatest possible level they're capable of.
That's great insight. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the Magic broke a 6-season playoff drought. Nick Vucevic was the franchise's first All-Star in 7 seasons. It's been a long rebuild from the Dwight Howard era. We'll see where the team goes from here, but Kevin, they're happy to just be playing games that matter night in and night out.
All right, thank you very much, David.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead, and don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic, an offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
First one falls for him. And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves. Terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Mo Wagner comes in for Hachimura. And it's Ish Smith in for John Wall.
Well, Nikola Vucevic is a capable back-to-the-basket scorer, and he plays with tremendous confidence, guys.
Well, it's a new front office in Washington, and Greg, they've got their work cut out for him.
John Wall's huge Supermax contract as he deals with the Achilles injury. Tough questions to be answered about the direct talent-wise.
The Wizards have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And he makes the first.
And you look at this Magic roster, so much potential.
I think, Greg, they want to play. Guys who want to Guys who can switch and slide on the perimeter. Guys who can protect the rim. That is the backbone of this organization.
Both good from the line that time.
Boy, guys, you think about the turnaround in Orlando last season. One of the big parts of that turnaround, obviously, was the great production they got out of the...
Now, here's Vucevic, and the rejection by Mahimi.
And this is what you like about Jan Mahimi defensively. He might not be the highest flyer, but big-time enforcer.
Beal, the pass to Wagner. Now, here's Napier. He's covered by Isaac. That's good, and the Orlando lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Wagner. Doors for the Magic last year. Vucevic putting up career numbers.
Boy, Kev, he was dynamite. Averaged over 20 points a game for the first time in his career, and he combined that with 12 rebounds. Consider that came after this organization drafted a center in the lottery, Mo Bamba. So what's the future for those two?
Now, here is Smith. He's got 7. Outside, Beal. Now, here's Napier. D right on him. The shot by Mahimi, no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
And there's the foul. Will go on Shabazz Napier. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
DJ Augustine's checked in for Evan Fournier. Vucevic, the pass to Isaac. Now here's Ross. Vucevic trying to get open. Ross, that's good. Ross has got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, what an excellent finish by Terrence Ross. The defense giving him a very hard time, but he was determined.
Mahimi dishes to Beal. And finished off by Beal.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Here's Augustine after the basket by Washington. 6 on the shot clock. Over Napier. And it's Orlando with another.
Well, just tremendous form. DJ Augustine, even in the mid-range, is going to be so consistent.
Now, here's Napier. He's guarded by Ross. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. Washington shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Bertanis, he's checked in for Ian Mahimi. The Magic also changing it up. Bamba is checked in for Jonathan Isaac. James Ennis comes in for Terrence Ross. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Doc. Free throw drops for Napier.
And one issue that has been a trouble spot for the Wizards for years now, outside shooting.
You know what, Greg? Last year they made a real attempt to take more threes. So they do that, but then they finished 4th worst in three-point percentage. That is not a recipe for success. Listen, they know they want to be a team that can shoot from deep, but they've got to find more consistency, right? Well, DJ Augustine has been around this league a long time. He does not miss open teammates.
Passes it to Smith. Outside, Beal. The Wizards with another miss.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. Washington making some changes. Hachimura, he's checked in for Ish Smith. And John Wall subbed in for Napier. And the Magic making a change here as well. Gordon's checked in. Wizards trail by 9.
A quick, good shot here, and they can go 2 for 1.
Well, you want to make sure you maximize that first shot in this 2-for-1 situation, though. Don't take a bad one just to accomplish it.
From the stripe, it's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Ennis. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
And so it's the Orlando Magic. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching, and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
In it forward, it's Hachimura and Bertans. On out there with Wall, and it's Bryant in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 on the 4 for the Wizards. Now here's Carter Williams. Outside Fournier. 5 on the clock. Kicks it to Fultz. There's the triple. Hachimura grabs the miss. Wizards trail by 11. We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. The pass to Bryant. Good work there as it goes. Bryant's got it back down to single digits for the Wizards.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break. Mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
And Washington making a change here. Beal's checked in. The Magic also changing it up. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. And it's Doc in for Carter Williams. Passes it to Doc. Now Fultz. He's covered by Brown. Fultz, the pass to Doc. Here's Gordon. Launches it. And the shot goes in from Fultz. And the Magic lead by 12.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Now here's Wall, guarded closer. That one good for 2.
This is unmatched speed at his size and certainly at the point guard position. How are you going to stop that?
Here is Doc. Left side, Gordon. The baseline J. Some solid defense from Brown. Wizards trail by 10. Wall, no luck. And it's Fultz with the ball for the Magic. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Pass to Doc. Here's Bamba. Let's go. No good off the back of the rim.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
Now here's Wall, guarded by Fultz. Bamba with the block.
Well, this is one of Bamba's big-time strengths. Send it back, Mo. Oh, at the last possible moment, he changes out of the shot and finds the open man. Perfect decision.
Isaac passes to Bamba. Now here's Isaac. He's covered by Beal. Isaac kicks to Gordon. Here's Fultz. Off target with his 3. Wizards trail by 8. Beal gets a wide open look. It's in! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
He's got to embrace the moment, and Beal shining brightly.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They lead by 5. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Evan Fournier.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Vucevic checked in for Mohamed Bamba. And it's Gordon missing.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Now here's Wall, following the miss by Aaron Gordon. Count it!
Oh, you love to see guys come through in the clutch. A nice play by John Wall.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're leading by 3. We've got 28 seconds left in the game. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Fultz, covered by Wall. Pass to Isaac. Now the pass to Doc. Shot clock at 6. Here's Fultz. It drops.
Partner, how about the maturation of Fultz? Just exciting to watch. You get the sense he lives for these moments.
Washington calls timeout. They're trailing by 5. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
A lot to talk over and improve on for next time.
Well, maybe it could wait until after the game because this one is over.
Wall passes to Hachimura. And so it's Orlando winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And that'll do it, folks. Doris Burke and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time